It's Authentically Me TV. Karen here, just coming to you with a really quick video. This is a video that I wish were on YouTube for months and months. I was looking for a video on how to get started filling up your pantry. Not with, because I wanted to start cooking everything myself. I saw my grandmother do that, my mom do that. So I was like, and my sister does that. And I thought, you know what? How do you start a good pantry to make anything at any time whenever you need it? And I really couldn't find it. I found people who were going to sell me things, but not necessarily show me the pantry and how you can get like flowers and things at a decent price to where you can stock up your pantry. Now first, these are pickle jars that I paid $5 for at the grocery store. Now my family doesn't like pickles very much. If you hear that noise, that's my husband in the background, right, Matthew? Mm-hmm. You're escaping from washing the car? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so these are pickle jars. Now one day, I'm going to give a shout out to my friend, not going to say her name though, but I'm sure she'll know who she is. I will always go, sometimes we would go back and forth, and she would cook these wonderful meals, and she would have like jars just all over the place. And I remember asking her, hey, where do you get all these jars from? So she said, oh, whenever she had a spaghetti sauce or what have you, instead of, like the glass jars especially, instead of throwing the jar in the trash, she would rinse it, soak it, take the peel off, the label off rather, and then save the jar for something else. So I thought, and I love ideas, I'm always open to new ideas, so I was like, So I made it a mission to go and I saw these pickle jars, and normally jars this tall, I remember buying these years ago. They cost me like, at Walmart, I think I paid like $8 or $9, $12 just for the jar and the lid. The pickle jar was like $4.99. Now, granted, it was filled to the brim with pickles, so I just made a lot of relish, and my poor family had pickles in their lunch every day. Yeah, or potato salad. I was just cooking up some stuff. Anyway, so these jars, you can get them anywhere. They're just regular pickle jars. So anyway, I don't have my pantry completely stocked up, but I'm well on my way. Right there in front of you is a huge 25-pound bag. That's 25 pounds of all-purpose flour. That bag I go to my the Amish Yoder's Market store, and for 25 pounds of flour, I get that for $19.99. Right next to it is a smaller bag, which is right there, that is whole wheat flour. Also is $19.99 for a 25-pound bag. Okay, I also get 25 pounds of oatmeal for $17.99, and I put it right here in this jar. So altogether, I put, instead of bringing the huge bag over here, I have my oatmeal in a jar, and so that we can have access to it every morning or anytime I need oats. So when you have your flour already, you have your all-purpose flour, your whole wheat flour, your oatmeal, you have the ability to make almost anything at any time. Here I have grits, okay? We don't eat grits every day, but it's nice to have them on hand, because sometimes, especially here in the South, you know, I grew up overseas, but in the South, people use grits for anything. And then being here, I came to realize that grits can actually be used as part of your main course during dinner time. It just depends on how you want to use it. Right here, I have buckwheat flour. It's just a different type of flour, different type of wheat. I don't necessarily use it every day, but it's nice to have. At the Amish market as well, I can get quinoa, relatively cheap. This is a pound, and I got it for $5 you know, $5.09. I don't necessarily cook with quinoa every day, but it's nice to have the option, and I don't want to pay $20 for the option and then I waste a lot of it. So that allows me to have it, to add it to my bulk items without paying a huge price for it. Rice, always have rice on hand. I have bulgur wheat here. Picture of that. So bulgur wheat is something that can be added. It's a grain. You can add it to your soups. You can also make like a meaty, use it to create a meaty texture. This at the Amish store that I go to, Yoder's Amish Market, it's only, to get all of this, I paid about $6 for that. And that's gonna last me quite a while. Here I have TVP, textured vegetable protein. For those vegetarians out there who use this, it's great. 1 cup of boiling water with seasoning and 1 cup of TVP, let it sit, and then you have a protein. It's really simple. Another thing you want to add to your pantry are legumes. Did I say that right? I think I did, right? So you're going to have, I have lentils here, I have black beans, black turtle beans actually, pinto beans, and white beans. And I use most of them each week at least once. You can make soups or whatever, but it's always nice to have these things on hand, and that way you're not buying so much at the grocery store as far as boxed goods are concerned. Over here I have my sugars. I have another one, but I didn't bring it over. That's the turbinado sugar that I use, but this is a mill cane sugar, and this is just a regular white sugar. So it just depends on, you say, oh, why do you need that? Well, sometimes you don't want as much sweet. So, I mean, you don't want your item, whatever you're baking, to be so sweet. So I'll use the mill cane or I'll use the turbinado, which slows down how much of the, I'm not going to get technical, but basically it's just nice to have all the different sugars. Are you looking over here, Matthew? Mm-hmm. Okay, great. All right, then you have your oils on hand. Whatever type of oils you like to use. This is from Aldi. It's $2 and something. At the Amish Market, I get this huge thing for $6. Another thing, last but not least, are dried fruit. I try to have those on hand at all times. I forgot to put the dates out, but I generally keep dates, and that I get from, there's a store in Durham where I can get, it's like an Asian type of store, and he sells like a huge, if you know about dates in the grocery store, you're going to pay a lot for them. But he sells you about 4 pounds of dates for $3 or $4, depending on what type of sale he's having. And once he gets to know you, you're likely to get a better deal or what have you. I'm saying that as if you all can go to the store, but just find different places. Shop your local mom and pop stores, because after they get to know you a little bit, you'll find that you all can work together, make some deals sometimes, depending on how much you're purchasing from them. Support your local little mom and pop shops as well. So here I have dried cranberries, and another thing that I like to have on is any type of nuts and seeds. I generally have sunflowers, peanuts, and sometimes cashews. The walnuts, I only have them because we took a trip just recently to a military base, and went into the commissary. Any military families out there know what I'm talking about when I talk about the commissary. Anyway, so they have walnuts per bag for $1.99. So needless to say, I grabbed up as many bags as I could, and so we're stocked up for walnuts for a while, and I just try to keep them frozen so they don't go rancid or what have you, and keep them cooling in a dry place. So, but anyway, I hope that this video was helpful to somebody. I kind of wish that I was able to find it, you know, a year or two ago, because it would have made buying dry goods and what have you, and creating that pantry that you need in order to be able to create anything that you want other than the fruits and vegetables and things like that. Once you have your pantry set up, you can add whatever fruits, vegetables, and what have you. You'll find it cuts down also on your grocery shopping bill. Anyway, on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope it was helpful to you, and have a great day and happy 4th of July. Bye!